Okay. Hey guys, it's Kieran. And as you can tell by this title of the video, this is my coming out story. I wanted to make this video not because I felt the need to express how I came out and it was great. Not to do that. Because it wasn't. It wasn't all fully great. I didn't want to make this video to be like everyone else, to say this another story that's already out there, and there already is inspiring people out there that you can look to. I wanted to make this video because I've never seen a YouTube video, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen a YouTube video where someone from England who lives in a small rural town, in a very small town, quite a bit away from a main town and from a very major town, and I wanted to make this video because I've never seen one of those videos. I wanted to make this video for anyone that is living in these small towns, and also for people that aren't living in small towns, for anyone. But I really wanted to be relatable to people that do live in small towns. So I'm making this video. It started when I was in year 9 and I was getting thoughts, but I was pushing them away. I thought that it was ridiculous, and being called gay back then was something that wasn't just a small insult, like just an insult like you're gay, haha. It was the worst insult. It was like if people caught on, then you'd get bullied. If people got caught on, you'd get beat up. And it was scary. So if you ever called it, you'd have to either brush it off and continue doing what you're doing, or try and make people see that you're not. In year 9, I started developing feelings and looking at guys on TV and stuff like that and thinking, oh wow, I'm attracted. What? No. I have girlfriends, well, not girlfriends, but in that period of time I had girlfriends. I was like, no. You still dream and talk about wanting relationships with girls and being happy and stuff like that, and no, it's just a phase. Then it came to year 10 and it started getting more prominent, but at the same time I really just wanted a relationship with girls, so I was in a big conflict. And then from the end of year 10 through to 11 and my college year, I developed, I wouldn't say an eating disorder, but it was, I couldn't eat at all, no matter what. I just couldn't. I mean, I ate certain things. I'm not saying that throughout those years that I never ever ate, but I didn't eat the meals that people would normally eat. I didn't have breakfast or dinner. I just had tea and then any snacks after that, because I couldn't eat. I tried eating at dinner time and I felt super sick and I had to go home after dinner. And for any of my friends that are watching this, I used to tell a lie. I used to say that it was my immune system. I used to say that it was really weak. That's why I went from being quite big to quite thin, really thin actually. because I couldn't eat. I couldn't face the facts that people were catching on. I knew that I'd lose a lot of people. I knew that people would judge me, and that it would be awful. So I had that time in my life where I didn't eat properly, and I lost a lot of weight. I felt secluded. I felt alone. Even though I had loads of friends around me, I just felt alone. I couldn't face myself, if that makes sense. It's not that I wanted other people to accept me, it's that I needed myself to accept me. And then it came to college, and I outed myself. I kind of got angry at a guy that was slating gay people, and everyone questioned me, and the only thing at the time to think of saying was that I was bisexual. You know, not saying that bisexual people don't get it rough, but at the time the only bisexual people I knew had it okay. Everyone appreciated them and thought they were awesome. So I just said bisexual. It was just an instinct. I was like, boom, bisexual. I regret that because I wasn't, but it was the only thing I could have done. I said that I was bisexual, and I covered it up until I eventually got the courage and guts to tell my best friend. And I told her first because she completely accepted everything to do with gay people. She loved it. She loved the fact, the idea, and everything. So I told her, and she was super, super supportive, and she helped me through most of telling my friends, and telling my parents, my sister. And I did have a good reaction, even though I was so petrified, and people will probably think, well, how can you be petrified if you know that everyone will support you? And the thing is that it's an awful feeling when you're trying to tell someone, because I'm trying to think of an example, like, say you've stolen something, not major, but you've stolen something and you know it's wrong, and you have to tell someone, and you have like that lump in your throat, and even though it's a weird way of trying to describe it, but for people that aren't gonna ever aren't coming out, or aren't gay, that's the best way that I can describe it, unless you feel it yourself, because it's not something that you can just go, oh, I'm gonna wake up this morning and I'm gonna tell other people I'm gay. It's something that you've got to really, really work on and try and build up courage to do so, because it takes a lot of courage to do it, and everyone that does it I respect. So yeah, she helped me come out to all my friends and family, and it was a good reaction. And I'm not saying that to patronize or to play all big guy, like, oh, I got good reaction. No, I wasn't making this video to intend to do that. I was making it because everyone has to go through struggle, whether the ending is good or the ending is bad. And I wanted to talk about the struggle, and that if it's relatable for anyone else, because bear in mind, the village that I lived in, when I was first figuring it out, I knew 2 people in the entire of the village. And I say it's a small village because it is, but it's actually quite big. It's a big, small village, and there was only 2 people that I knew until I left school. And then there were quite a few, and there are still people that are in the closet now, because they're just not ready, because it's still not fully accepted here. It's getting better, but it's not fully accepted. People still get bullied, and I had to struggle. You know, you have to struggle to win. No, it sounds weird, but you know, good things come to those who wait. So my advice would be to anyone at all, come out when you're ready, because you shouldn't have to feel like you have to come out now. Now all these YouTubers are making videos. Some people that you know are coming out. Doesn't mean that you have to come out at all. You come out when you need to come out, because that's what matters, not what other people think. Because you might not speak to all those other people from school or from college. You might or you might not, but you have to live with you. And if you're not comfortable with yourself, then you need to be comfortable with yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's better to wait, but not to be in pain. I always used to think in my head like, oh, just think in years to come, because I didn't think I'd come out in college, but so I used to be like, just think in years to come, when you're 20, and you can come out, and then you can get a boyfriend, and everything will be cool, and then, you know, people will still respect you, you'll have a relationship, and stuff like that. That's what I always used to think, and it used to keep me going. I would used to be like, yeah, what's the point in... I used to think, what's the point in myself getting down? But at the same time, it is a struggle. So yeah, I used to have that thought in my head, and it helped, but at the same time, it was always still a struggle. There's no going an easy path. For some people, there might be, but you know, it's a struggle. So my advice would just be to stay strong and just to make sure that you're comfortable with you. Yeah, that is my advice. It's not a great ton, but I hope that this video can reach out to some people who live in these small towns, and can find it relatable, because literally there was no one for me. I used to watch loads of YouTube videos of people coming out. The main one that inspired me the most was Mark Miller, but even still, I couldn't ever relate to it because he never lived in the area I lived in. He didn't have the people around me like I had. Even though his video was so inspiring, it was just, apart from the gay part, that's the only part I could relate to. Other than that, it was difficult. So I wanted to make this video for anyone that can relate to it, can relate to living in a small town. I really hope you guys can take anything from this and it can help you. I don't care about views. I know it sounds weird, you're making a video for views and people to subscribe and stuff, but I don't want this video to be about me just getting loads of likes because I'm coming out. I never wanted that. I wanted to make this video to let you guys in on my life and help anyone else that's out there. At the end of the day, that's what makes a difference. Thank you guys for watching. If you've watched my other videos, don't forget to like them and comment to see what you want to see next. Subscribe if you enjoyed them. I really hope that this can get out to other people and make a difference for them. They don't have to stay alone. So, until next time guys, Kai out.